Welcome to video 11 and what we hope is the final video on stringr. In this video we'll talk about string splitting and a few other miscellaneous topics. So let's just look at what string split does. Let's start with our sentences and let's just take the first 5 of those and then let's see what string split does. Let's just give it the space to split on and see what that does. Wow. So it gives us a list of 5, which is the length of what we started with, and it is split into individual words based on the space. Now I could do the same thing and just pick the first element of the result, like so, and that gives me the first listed element. I could also use, if I don't like it coming back in a list, I could use simplify equals true, and this will make it into an array, and it will pad the length of each row to match the longest one. The other thing I can do with string split is I could split it into a certain number of pieces. So I can say I don't want any more than 3 pieces, right? So split it on the space, but put it into 3. So it'll do it on the first 2 spaces and then it puts everything else into the 3rd space. Another option I can give, instead of giving it a particular character, it has a boundary option. So I can split it on boundaries of characters, sentences, words, among those. So here I can tell it to split it on word boundary. Now, in these functions, when we pass in this thing in the double quotes, we're really using regex, a regular expression underneath. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If that's my x, and I do string view of yell, right, it's going to pick up the 1. It doesn't pick up ones with capitals, but it has passed this into the regular expression. And if you want to, you can explicitly call regex, which gives you the exact same result. The reason you might want to call regex explicitly is if you want to do some sort of options that are included in regex, like ignore case, right? In which case you can do that, and that will give you the result you're wanting. You can also, some other options that you have here include multi-line equals true, which allows the start and end to match the start and end of each line instead of each string. You can put comments equals true. That way you can put comments and white space in your regular expression. You can use dot all equals true to let the dots match everything, including a new line character. And fixed matches exactly what's in the double quotes, but it may not work the way you want it to with non-English characters. There are more functions available in the string I, which is what stringr is built on top of. This has been the conclusion of our video series on stringr. It will conclude with you working exercise 15, which includes the ISLR package. So you will need to download and install and then library in the ISLR package. And what we're going to do in this, I want you to do, there's a data set in there called college. And if you will set names to be the row names of that data set, then names will look like, these will be the names of all these universities. So in this, you are going to, for this exercise, you're going to show the first 20 rows that result if you split the names into 3 parts, and also if you just split it on every space or word boundary. So you're going to split it first, the first 20 rows into by space into 3 columns, and then I want you to just split it by every word or boundary. So you're going to do it 2 different ways. Thanks, and I hope you enjoyed this video series. Come back maybe for lubridate and forcats.